Hello guys, we're back. Oh my gosh, we're back with the next part of the K-pop conspiracy theory iceberg. So we're gonna be doing the tier 3 and 4. We're gonna be doing tier 3 and 4 today. What I noticed was that the topics were few, but the length of which I had to explain and research and type up each tier, not each tier, but each entry was lengthy. So this may be long, this may not be, but without further ado, let's go. Dreamcatcher cheated out of win at a music show. So basically, this is talking about, also this has a lot of explaining, a lot of technical stuff, so bear with me. This is basically talking about the K-pop group Dreamcatcher, who was on a show called The Show, which is a music show where different groups get put together and through different categories they're given points, and by the end of that, whichever group has the most points wins. So on this show, it was Everglow, Dreamcatcher, and CLC. Everglow won first place, Dreamcatcher second, and CLC third, respectively. This, however, was a huge uproar for Dreamcatcher fans because they actually found a scoring error and thought that their group was cheated out of a win, basically. So there are percentages for each category for the groups that are tallying up their score, that they're getting their scores tallied based off of. So song is 40%, album is 10%, YouTube is 20%, pre-voting is 5%, and expert is expert advice from I guess the judges is 15%. The total points that can be given is 10,000 points, meaning 1% equals 100 points. Due to an error with certain categorical points such as expert points, pre-voting, and YouTube points, researching this and reading through a publication called the Korea Boo, which is kind of ironic going back to episode 1 of this, but they did all the technical stuff. I think I took a photo of what they put. It'll probably be here, but basically, quote for quote, this is what they said. For pre-voting, Dreamcatcher received 54.31%, Everglow received 23.36%, and CLC 18.55%. Since Dreamcatcher won the pre-voting category, they automatically took 500 points, with Everglow receiving 213 points. Taking a look at YouTube, Dreamcatcher's Deja Vu received 2,263,630 views, and Everglow's Adios received 3,076,173 views. When calculating these points, Dreamcatcher would have earned 1,472 points, and Everglow should have gotten 2,000 points. Assuming that Everglow received 0 points in the expert category, with Everglow receiving all the points, the total for the pre-vote plus YouTube plus expert portion would have been 1,972 for Dreamcatcher and 3,773 points for Everglow. The points revealed on the show, however, had Dreamcatcher's points total 122 fewer than what it should have been. In the case of Everglow, it was a 53-point difference. As I said, is a lot. So the total points that should have been calculated by the end of this should have been Dreamcatcher basically winning over Everglow in the end, with Dreamcatcher should have gotten 7,972 points total, and Everglow with 7,914 points total. I know that was a lot to unpack, a lot of metrics, but basically with all the technical stuff going on, the whole conspiracy is that Dreamcatcher, due to an error, maybe not an error, conspiracy, They should have won the show. They should have won the music show. They should have gotten all the points, but they were cheated out of their win. Next is Lost CLC La Ve in Rose demo. So basically, this is about how CLC had a song that they were supposed to do a comeback with, but Cube basically believed that CLC would not do good and their song would not succeed if it was sung by them, and the song would not do good and basically go to waste if it was sung by CLC, and it was given to I don't stand this group. I say 𝐚𝐻𝐿, but 𝐚𝐻𝐿, that's how it is like spelled, but it was given to them, that group is 𝐚𝐻𝐿, or 𝐚𝐻𝐿, for their debut song, and it did pretty well with that group. But yeah, so let me explain in detail. So basically, Cube, the company which represents CLC, made a statement concerning a song the girls of the group made, which made fans just very upset. The situation happened like this. CLC were going to make a comeback. They've been posting all over Insta, the group members. This is a girl group, by the way. They have been posting and Dreamcatcher was a girl group too, but they basically have been posting all over Instagram. They've been posting roses and stuff, and fans were trying to figure out what their comeback was supposed to be. And during all this, fans were really excited about this and guessing what the song would be about that they were going to be doing their comeback with. Later on, CLC, who also has a reality show about their lives, made an episode in which they're in the recording studio recording La Ve in Rose, and it's a small snippet of it. Fans then understood what the song was about. However, CLC's comeback was eventually delayed, and within this episode of CLC's reality TV show, basically Cube had given a excuse as to why the comeback was delayed. And they said, for quote, because Cube thinks the company will not be able to promote CLC well enough. They were afraid that the song would be wasted. So La Ve in Rose was assigned to 𝐚𝐻𝐿. This basically infuriated fans, and they were like, what do you mean you can't promote them well enough? If you believe in your group enough, you should be able to promote them enough so that the song succeeds the way that you want it to, and not just give it to another group, because fans were really anticipating like getting this song from them. They were very excited for this comeback. So basically, this isn't like a whole thing where with other Icebergs it'll be like, oh, this was lost media and no one really knows anything about it. It's basically just a song demo that CLC never got to sing themselves, and it was basically just given to an entire other group because Cube did not believe that the way that they were thinking, I guess, about promoting CLC would not have given the song enough exposure, and that they could not, quote unquote, promote them well enough. Ghost sightings and music videos. So this was actually pretty interesting. There are basically ghosts in K-pop music videos. That's basically it. This is just hinting at the fact that good-eyed fans of different K-pop groups have spotted ghosts within music videos of their favorite groups. One good example that I found when I was searching up was, I believe, one of EXO's old songs called Growl, and they're dancing, and then there's like this like window behind them that they're dancing in front of, a decent distance away from. And fans noticed that in one of the end mirrors on like this side, they noticed that there was somebody in the window watching them while they danced. And after the fact, after people had noticed this and was telling like the company, telling the people in like the comments, I guess, and on social media, the staff was like, there was no one in the mirror. We saw nobody else but the group on the set when we were recording. There was nobody else on set but the group and us. And basically that is evident of possibly a ghost being on set, and a ghost being in their music video as well. But yeah, basically they saw a figure that the staff did not see at all. Bullying in groups. So now I'm assuming this means that, like, for me, when I was first researching this, I personally thought this just meant kind of like not every member in a group obviously likes each other. Like, they're obviously because not obviously, but just some members in the group don't like each other, and they're putting on kind of like a show for their fans, like, oh, we're such a loving group, we like each other. But then some members are getting bullied more than others, and are getting bullied by their fellow group members, or someone's getting like picked out from the group and then they're getting harassed and bullied by the other members just because they're different in some way. But when I was researching this, basically is hinting at the fact that there was like that in groups in particular, like when I'm trying to word this, but basically what I found while researching was a lot of bullying scandals that idols have had, that people have alleged about them from like school days or just in their past before they became an idol. Just like different kinds of scandals. Like someone may have been a really bad school bully, and now they're an idol, and then that person that was supposedly bullied by them in high school is speaking up. Now they're an idol, and now there's this whole big scandal, and people are like, were they really a big bully? Were they really doing these things with these people in high school like they were saying? And it just becomes this whole big thing. We are on to tier 4. So basically, this one is not long. There's only 4 conspiracies, but the first one is kind of long, and then the other ones are pretty short, cookie cutter. But the first one is called Stellar's sexualization. I do not want to say anything wrong about this, so exactly what I wrote, I'm going to say it word for word because I researched this for a reason. It is not a happy-go-lucky topic. It is genuinely pretty disturbing and sad what Stellar's girl group had to go through. So basically, this conspiracy theory reveals that back in 2018, a member of the girl group Stellar, 𝐚𝐨𝐿, alleges that the group's company forced sexual and provocative concepts onto the group. On December 10th of 2018, a publication met with 𝐚𝐨𝐿 and interviewed her at her cafe that she owns after the group disbanded. She opened up a lot about several years of forced things on the group during promotions. A direct quote says, "At the beginning of our debut, our concept was close to cute. We received a lot of attention because we were a group produced by 𝐚𝐻Nhwa's Eric." However, after she said that, basically, after a couple of years, the group started to, I guess, get low ratings, low views, stuff like that, and they decided to leave the previous company they were with. And that's when they left the company that was with Eric, that they had said that they had gotten popular off of, but then they started to slow down. So, after that, they released a very sexy concept song called Marionette. Some of you guys might know that song. 𝐚𝐨𝐿 even referenced a bad moment they had during filming of that very music video. Direct quote, "The MV producers demanded a member to weekly lick the milk while drinking it." And there's basically a scene in the music video where she has a milk carton and they're asking her, and basically she's licking the milk off the carton like almost like a cat. The member who was asked to do this wasn't aware the scene was going to be used in the music video in a sexual and provocative way in the final cut. So once again, direct quote, "I was very shocked. The member who drank the milk was 20 years old at the time. She didn't drink white milk since then due to shock. She was hurt. We really did not know it was going to be used during filming." And there would be multiple incidents, like where they had to wear provocative clothing and weren't told until shooting day, and were forced to do so because why are you complaining when you haven't even tried what she said the staff had told them. And they took 5 takes with the clothes on, and the group collectively agreed that it was too provocative. They did not like wearing it. They did not think it was a good idea. But then they found out that later, a photo from one of those takes were put onto their album later on when the album came out. Many more things happened to them, but overall they were forced to do extremely sexy and sexually charged things during their career without their consent. Or they did things that were told for them to do, but they didn't understand or know what exactly those actions would be twisted and turned into later after the final cut of a project. And it was extremely sad and disturbing to read what she was saying, what happened to them, because it was genuinely like they weren't trying to be the way that they were in the videos. Like, they genuinely were. Jaeyoung basically just said, like, we were genuinely pretty uncomfortable during some of these moments. Like, we didn't enjoy it. They told us to do it. They said it would bring a lot of views, or they would give them direction within the video, and then they would do it, just like with the milk thing, and then it would be twisted and turned into something that they did not expect for it to be twisted and turned into. So the next one, this is really simple, like literally just fake birthdays. This is pretty agreed upon K-pop fans that this is a strategy by K-pop group companies, that this is a true thing that happens. Basically, some companies may fake the ages or birthdays of their idols, either because of a very simple thing that an idol's birthday may have fallen on an unlucky day, or to get past laws preventing minors from staying after hours for certain showcases so they can be of age in the eyes of the law, so they can still perform or stay after hours for different award shows. Y'all. And why would they come at that very moment? Anyways. But basically, yeah, a certain instance that can actually be talked about with the whole fake birthday thing is a girl group idol called Park Bom, who was passed off as being younger, and her age was questioned multiple times. The reason she may have been passed off as younger at the time was because younger female idols were more profitable than older female idols, basically. It's not a very lengthy conspiracy. It's just, the whole conspiracy is that no one really knows if they do fake their ages or not, but it's pretty agreed upon that this is most likely a thing that happens for those sorts of reasons. But the conspiracy is basically no one truly knows, like no one has said like, yes, this is a thing that happens. Next is 𝐚𝐸's Produce 101 cut fight. So I actually watched the video. I might actually show it in here.
1등의 연습생에게는 benefit 10만 표.
포지션은 랩 보컬이고요. 보컬.
망했어요. 어떡하지?
Basically, this is referring to an idol named 𝐚𝐸 who supposedly had a fight in the basically like the preview of a Produce 101 episode that she was on before she became an idol, which is a survival show from, I explained it last episode, but it's basically a survival show to find the next members of a K-pop boy or girl group. And there was an unaired fight that happened that was cut out of final editing, which included idol 𝐚𝐸, but this was all revealed by 𝐚𝐸 to have been planned by her, who says she simply told the director she wanted to fake a fight to help grab views for the episode. She'd be like, oh my god, who's fighting? Like, why are they fighting? And just to catch views, people would tune in, and it was so she would do like just all a fake fight to grab a whole bunch of views, but it was cut out in the final editing. And our last entry, this was actually a pretty short episode. Yay! I don't have to edit 40 minutes of audio. But anyways, our last thing is TS Entertainment. So this conspiracy entry is what I found was basically this company is trash, like actual garbage. They've been under fire for multiple different things. A main thing that I found was a group named B.A.P were on their label and sued the company because of a slave contract. The claim from the group was that the contract only was in the best interest of the company and not at all the members. The group argued that the contracts did not protect their civil liberties, their civil rights, the right to not have explicit content made about them, personal privacy, and a lot more, which was included in their contract, and also them being paid very, very little, once again, being in the best interest of the company, not having to pay out thousands and thousands of dollars on a group, even though they're doing all the work. Their contract also lasted much longer than your normal idol signing contract, which on their contract was a minimum of a 7-year sign-on for their first album. The company has also come under fire for other things such as allegations of mistreatment, physical abuse, extortion, criminal battery, and unfair conditions and profits through lawsuits. So basically, they were abusing their idols. They were suing their idols just to get money out of them, to make more money for their company. And just overall, they were not a good company. They were very trashy, very messy of a company. I did not see if they were still an active company, but I do know they just have a lot of allegations and scandals that they've been involved in. So guys, that was part 2 of the K-pop conspiracy theory Iceberg. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I don't know, I feel like this episode was a bit messy. I don't know, but this was pretty fast, honestly. I felt like this went fast in the last episode. I felt like I was talking forever last time. But we'll be doing tier 5 and 6 next time. And maybe there'll be even more juicier stuff because we're getting way farther down into the iceberg. And usually when you get farther down in a conspiracy theory iceberg, things get a lot more juicy. So I think we're probably going to get some good stuff next time. As for this one, I hope you guys like, subscribe, comment, tell me if you guys want another iceberg. If you want another iceberg, tell me what topic you'd like, and I will try and find the most interesting iceberg on that topic possible, and I'll make that iceberg chart video for you. And other than that, I hope you guys once again did enjoy this, and I hope to see you guys in the 3rd part of the K-pop conspiracy theory iceberg. And with that being said, bye bye.